Topic 1. AI and semiconductors dominate. Nvidia's strength fuels rallies and SoftBank gains, even as it concedes China's AI chip market to Huawei. Quantum and AI related stocks surge, and OpenAI and SpaceX edge toward high profile IPOs with new retail access. Nvidia's blockbuster quarter saw revenue jump 85% year over year to $81.62 billion, alongside an $80 billion share buyback and a dividend increase. Jensen Huang said AI demand is explosive, and the company is investing across the AI 5 layers: chips, supply chain, infrastructure, models, applications. Huang acknowledged U.S. export controls have effectively shut Nvidia's high-end AI chips out of China, saying Nvidia has largely ceded that market to Huawei, though limited approvals to some firms have been reported. The strong results still fueled a broad rally in semiconductors and AI names, lifting suppliers such as TSMC, SK Hynix, Renesas, Samsung, and boosting SoftBank sharply thanks to its ARM stake and OpenAI ties. Credit sites kept an outperform on SoftBank bonds, noting ARM's surge improved SoftBank's balance sheet. Quantum-related stocks jumped after reports the U.S. would allocate roughly $2 billion to 9 quantum firms, and SpaceX and OpenAI moves toward IPOs, with plans for retail allocations via Robinhood, Fidelity, and Schwab added to investor enthusiasm. Topic 2. SpaceX's long-awaited IPO is framed as an AI play. OpenAI is targeting a rapid IPO. SpaceX filed an S-1 for a NASDAQ listing under ticker SPCX, pitching itself as a generational AI growth story with a potential raise of about $75 billion and an enterprise valuation near $1.75 trillion. The filing highlights long-term space businesses and AI initiatives, space-based AI data centers, the acquisition integration of xAI, and Starlink, annual revenue cited at about $18.67 billion, to argue for a massive addressable market. The company stresses xAI as central to future AI strategy despite current losses, notes possible chip cooperation within the Musk Group, and preserves founder control via multi-class shares, Class B votes of 10x, while planning staged lockups, retail allocations through major brokers, and underwriting by firms including Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, with a possible June listing window. OpenAI is preparing a confidential IPO filing with Goldman and Morgan Stanley, aiming for a rapid timeline that could see a listing as soon as September. Reported private valuations near $852 billion, with public reports ranging toward $1 trillion, and reduced legal uncertainty have accelerated plans, setting up near-term investor comparisons between SpaceX's Space plus AI story and OpenAI's pure AI play. Topic 3. Energy and geopolitics drive volatility. Oil swings on Iran developments and pipeline news, while the IEA warns of tightening stocks. Xi and Putin reaffirm ties but leave key deals unresolved. Xi and Putin affirmed strong ties and announced some 40 cooperation agreements across trade, technology, education, and nuclear security, but failed to clinch the power of Siberia 2 gas pipeline deal amid disputes over price, financing, and delivery timing, exposing limits to deep practical energy integration. Iran-related tensions and disruptions around the Strait of Hormuz have sharply pressured crude and LNG flows. The route normally carries about 20% of seaborne oil, driving heightened oil volatility, as hopes for Iran negotiations briefly pushed prices down, and shipping risks and inventory declines pushed them back up. The IEA warned strategic and commercial stocks are depleting rapidly and could enter a red zone during peak summer demand. The U.S. made a record SPR withdrawal, 10 million barrels, and commercial inventories fell, underscoring how combined geopolitical and supply-side risks are amplifying market volatility. Topic 4. Markets and policy show caution. Treasury yields and Fed minutes point to possible rate hikes amid inflation risks, and billionaire family portfolios tilt towards semiconductors and energy. U.S. Treasury yields rose again, 10-year 4.61,